Hi. I'm going to be talking about pirates today, of course, because, well, they're my favorite thing that I like to talk about because I do videos about it. Today I'm going to be talking about one of, the most feared pirate in from the 18th century named Anne Bonny. So, Anne Bonny, she was the result of an affair with her father when he had, her father had an affair with the maid, Mary, and the Anne Bonny was a result of that affair. And then Anne Bonny met Sailor Jim, thinking that he would protect her, but he did not protect her. He did the practically the exact opposite. And then that's when she met Calico Jack. And they sailed for a while. Though in 1720, they, and then after Jack was thrown in prison, well, then Jack did something to Anne Bonny. I can't remember what he did. But then Anne Bonny met Mary Read. Fast forward to 1720, they, Anne and Mary Read struck gold. And all the crew guys got a bit high, basically. And that's what the British Marines wanted. They wanted the gold. So Anne and Mary fought hard, alone, with the swords going everywhere, the bullets flying everywhere as well. But sadly, they lost, because, well, they're fighting for their victory. They lost, of course, which was not good. Then their crew was captured, thrown in prison, and were deleted by hanging. But Anne Bonny was pardoned because her belly had a child in it. She paid Calico Jack a visit, and she said this with zero tears. If you would have fought like a man, you wouldn't be about to die like a dog, basically. She turned on her heel and then left, leaving Calico Jack to get hung, basically. And her and Mary Read set sail. A year later, Mary Read was unalived in prison. Anne Bonny was still sailing, trying to get away from her father's shame and all that. And what confuses me about that was that, and also another thing Anne Bonny said was, if you unalive me, then you must unalive my child as well. And I saw that as protective. Just straight protective. Like, not overprotective, not too little protective. Just straight up protective. And I was like, sounds like me. And yeah. So, and then when Mary Read was unalived, and Bonnie heard about it, and oh, actually, let's rewind to her mother. Her mother, unfortunately, died suddenly. Um, and of course, she was mad, out of control. She was lashing out with like all these different type of blows that were pretty violent. She was as deadly as the sea, and she just wanted to haul up her anchor and just be like, "See ya," and just straight up leave. So I saw that as a pretty good reason to leave after her mom's sudden unalive. And what else? And also the way. So also Anne Bonny, she after she got away from her father and her pa's shame and her mom's grave and away from the shackles today of woman today, she started sailing more and more. She also raided the Isle of Haiti. Now fast forward to, well, now let's start talking about Mary Read. And Mary Read, she was a pirate siren and a female tyrant. For those that do not know what a tyrant is a very cruel leader. And that's what Anne liked. She liked her and Mary Read got along pretty good. And when I read about all this, I was like, okay. Because when I grow up, I wanted to be just like her. Just like Anne Bonny and Sail the Seas. And then, like I said, with the whole prison stuff, when they both, like, Anne and Mary Read were both in prison. Like I said, Anne Bonny was pardoned because her belly had a kid. Mary Read unfortunately died in prison a year later. So she was thrown in prison. So they were thrown in prison in 1720. Anne was pardoned again because of her belly. Mary Read was still there. She was killed a year later, so in 1721 when she died. Anne Bonny continued sailing, raiding, and all that. And you're probably wondering, how do you know all this? Knowledge. Sorry about that. But like I was saying, the reason I know all this is because I study piracy. Not only do I study piracy, I myself am a captain. Well, was a captain back in 2016. No, back in 5th grade, I was a captain of a ship, just like a Monty. Sadly, a group of rude pirates named the Nightcrawlers came and took me ship, and that just devastated me a lot. So, yeah. Another thing about Aunt Bonnie is that she's pretty villainous, infamous, and the most feared pirate of all the sea. Now you think to yourself, Logan, how the hell do you know that? Like, how do you know that Anne and Calico Jack met? Simple. They met at a tavern. For those of you that do not know what a tavern is a type of bar. Though not know that is primarily because I've seen a couple taverns over in the city I live in. So yeah. I know piracy isn't that entertaining to learn about, but it is when you can make songs about it. Literally, I wrote a song not that long ago about piracy. Never had a chance to finish it, but I'm gonna finish this song tomorrow. Actually, today. Probably once I get off live. God, piracy is a difficult life. Okay, so like I was saying with her being an affair, I had to literally look this up to make sure I was correct about her being born in Ireland, and it is. She's born near Cork, Ireland, but this, like most information about her life, is regarded by speculation. She moved to Charlestown, Carolina, sorry, when she was a child. She left her home after rejecting her father's choice of a suitor for her. Okay, so she's born in Charlestown, was now named now Charleston, South Carolina. But originally it was named Charlestown, South Carolina, is where she moved to as a kid. Again, she was born in Cork Island in 1698. Wow, that's a long time ago. Unalived on, or died on April 25th, 1782. Gosh, it's a long time. Oh. Oh, so she died some years after her 80th birthday. Holy sh... So Anne Bonny was an Irish-American pirate whose brief period was marauding the Caribbean Sea during the 18th century and in enshrined her in legend as a as one of the few who had defilled the proscription against female pirates. Okay, I was always curious about how Anne's mom died. Anne's mother died of typhoid fever. Okay. When Anne was just 13 years old. Holy crap. Did not know that. No, I don't want that, damn it. Her father betrothed her to a local man, but Anne resisted. Instead, in 1718, she married a sailor named John Bonny. Then that's supposed to be Jim Bonny, whom she traveled with to the island of New Providence in the Bahamas. There, her husband became the informant governor became an informant of for the governor of the Bahamas, Privateer Woodes Rogers. Cool. Disconnected by her marriage, she became involved with the pirate John Calico, Jack Rackham. For those who don't know, that was her second husband? I want to say that's her second husband. He offered to... God damn it. Okay. He offered to pay her husband to divorce her, a common practice at the time, but John Bonny refused. Makes sense. In August 1720, Anne Bonny abandoned her husband and assisted Rackham in commanding the Slope William, which was her ship that she took, that she got, from Nassau Harbor on New Providence. Along with a dozen others, the pair began pirating merchant vessels. For those who don't know, those are also known now as shop ships, which is a merchant ship, as I like to call them. Vessel is actually just another word for a ship. Along the coast of Jamaica. If you're from there, I'm sorry if I said that wrong. And I'm not joking. I am literally completely sorry if I mentioned that wrong. Rackham's decision to have Bonny accompany him was highly unusual, as women were considered back then. Women were considered bad luck for a ship. But now, you don't see many like 16th, 17th, 18th century ships anymore. A friend of mine who lives like, damn it, I can't remember where she lives anymore. Oh yeah, who lives in Jersey? I want to say she's in Jersey still. Jersey or Japan, I can't remember where she is anymore. He or she was sailing, and she has a pirate ship there, and I kind of wish I lived in Japan right now. Is that where she is still? God, I can't remember. I need to get a hold of her to see what the hell she is right now. May have been able to sway her by fierce disposition. Practical stories claim that she had in her youth beaten an attempted rapist so badly that he was hospitalized. Yes, that is true. She did beat an attempted rapist, like, so badly that he went to the hospital immediately, like that. That's all they had back then, though. It was just straight hospitals. Bonnie did not conceal her gender from her shipmates. Though with pillaging, she disguised herself. Though in pillaging, she disguised herself as a man and participated in armed conflict. Accounts differ when her female comparent, Mary Reed, joined the crew. Like I was saying, Mary Reed was one of the pirates. Joined the crew. Some say that Mary Reed, who has served as a mercenary while disguised as a man, was among the original hijackers of the William, while others claim she aborted the Dutch merchant ship that Rackham's crew captured. Then someone sent Captain Jonathan Barrett in pursuit. Privateer Captain, on 15th of November, 1720. So, by the way, this was like years ago when this happened. Vernon caught up with the William in the Negro Point, Jamaica. Again, if I'm saying that wrong, correct me, because I've never been outside the U.S. in my life. Okay, here we go. Like I said, for trial and all that. Well, the crew would capture, save Bonnie and Reed, who fiercely battled the pursuers. The connoisseurs were too inebriated to resist. The crew were captured and brought to Spanish town, Jamaica. For trial, Rackham and male crew members were immediately found guilty and hung. Bonnie and Reed were trialed on the 20th of November. Though they too were found guilty and sentenced to death, the recent discovered pregnancies won them stays of execution. I even thought Bonnie was pregnant. I never knew Mary Reed was pregnant as well. Reed died in prison the next year. Bonnie was released likely because of her father's influence. She returned to Charlestown, where she married and had children and lived out the remainder of her life. Sorry, I had to look that up. Literally, I had to look that up. I was like, son of a... I knew that Mary died in prison. So, yeah, but... Anyways, tomorrow I will be live again, talking just about Mary Reed this time, because this time I'm talking about Mary Reed, her fault, like Mary Reed and her friends and family. Next one is gonna be probably just focusing on Mary Reed. So long, shipmates.